The emperor in the movies, played by Christopher Walken, is a very different kind of emperor. He has the
for
power,
sure.
whereas Haviko is riddled with self-doubt.
So, hi, I'm Jonathan Bloomberg, writing for movies in Sweden.
Hi, Jonathan. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing great now, and I get to speak with you, of course.
Uh-huh. Is
Yeah,
that one of your drawings just over your left-hand shoulder? Who is that?
that's Spider-Man. My son made that actually. Before I spoke with Tom Holland, he wanted to show his skills.
Fantastic. I knew that. I mean, it's obvious that it's Tom. So
Yeah. So likewise, I knew that right away. So I've obviously watched the 4 episodes that we've been allowed to see of this show, and I've also watched both the movies as well. So I'm really invested in this world. How is it for an actor to kind of step into a world like this that you know that so many people have feelings and thoughts about to make it come to life?
well, it's a huge responsibility, as well as being rewarding. I mean, the responsibility to the fact that the fans and people who know these books and may have read all of them really know that world. Also, the fans of the movie who will love that world that's been created, that deserty world of Arrakis. We're dealing with a very different world in this. We're dealing 10,000 years before. We're dealing with the planet Wallach 9, in which there is a complete absence of men. It's all about the women, and it's a different angle on the Dune that they may know or have become acquainted with from either the books or the film. Having said that, it's the same world. So anybody who really does know that world will understand where we're at and might find that really fascinating. So that's the responsibility element. The rewarding element is that these are such great stories. You know, the characters are great, the stories are interesting, the world that's been created is breathtaking. I mean, really mind-blowing scenery in this sequence, in this series. So playing a character within that world has been really, it's been a joy.
Yeah, and it's a joy to get to spend a lot of more time in this place than we get with the movies, which is like one every couple of
Yeah,
years. Now we get
yeah.
a whole bunch of hours to spend here. Being the emperor, that's not a small task, and we've seen what can happen to those in the movies as well. So how do one embrace the fact that I'm going to play the emperor or something?
It's always great being the guy in charge. You know,
Or
when
is it?
you get to sit on the throne, you get the great costumes. Everybody has to kneel down in front of you. Everybody has to be below you. You know, it's quite a fascinating thing, being the guy. You know, the emperor or
Yeah.
the king. Um, that's always a lovely space to occupy. But of course, what's interesting, you'll have seen those first 4 episodes, is that this guy isn't everything that he seems, or that you assume he's going to be when you first meet him. The emperor in the movies, played by Christopher Walken, is a very different kind of emperor. He has the
For
power,
sure.
whereas Haviko is riddled with self-doubt and finding it very difficult keeping control of everything in the world that he's supposed to be in charge of. So makes it much more interesting than playing that average guy in charge sort of character.
Yeah, and we also do get some Arrakis stuff in this show as well.
Yeah.
Uh, how would you describe spice? Why is that so important for this universe?
Spice is the thing that makes everybody the money. It's 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 what makes whoever controls the spice production has the power and is the richest. And so it's the commodity in that world that is the thing that everybody wants, much like perhaps money in our world. So it's very important. And obviously he's having trouble controlling the production of spice. That's Haviko the Emperor. And that's his worry.
Yeah. I've also been loving to see you play Carmine Falcone, and that's the head of a family, so he's not running the entire universe, but I'm still feeling like there are some similarities. Did it feel like that for you playing that role, comparing him to the Emperor?
Well, it's interesting. Maybe I've been doing this so long now, and I've got to an age where those are the kind of parts that I get. So I'm the guy, you know, who's the
That's
head
the
of
vibe.
the family. Yeah, true. Carmine Falcone may not be the emperor of the universe, but he's certainly the emperor of that world of Gotham. Unlike Haviko, though, he's not riddled by doubt at all. I think he's in complete control and has total confidence in his authority. And that's what made Haviko so interesting, the fact that he doesn't have that ability, and has to lean on this new character that he meets, Desmond Hart, in order to maintain and enforce that authority.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for taking your time to speak with me today, and I'm really looking forward for everyone else to get to enjoy the premiere of this season as well.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure.